Hello students, how are you? I hope you're all fine. We have understood about sphere, okay, and in the previous session we have talked about the surface area and the curved surface area of sphere and the hemisphere. Okay, so when we talked about it, we talked that the curved surface area and the total surface area of sphere is equal, and which is equals to 4 pi r square, isn't it? First thing we got to know. Then the second thing, what was the second thing, student? In the second portion, we find out that if we talk about hemisphere and we'll talking about the curved surface area of it, that will be 2 pi r square, and we talk about the total surface area of hemisphere, that will be 3 pi r square. Understood it or not? Okay, is it clear to you guys? Now, based on these formulas, using these formulas, now we are going to solve some questions based on it. We have talked about the basic questions in which you have given the radius or the diameter, and you have to find out the curved surface area or total surface area, whatever you call it, of the sphere only, not hemisphere included, only sphere. That was the very basic question about it. Okay, so here a hemisphere ball is made of steel. The ball is hemisphere. Okay, if it is a hemisphere, we needed to draw the hemisphere. You can just draw it vertically downwards also, just flip it. Okay, then it is saying that it is made up of steel and 0.25 mm thick. So, it's having some thickness. Okay, so let's provide some thickness to it. And what is the thickness here? It is given 0.25 centimeters. We have to be very specific about centimeters. Okay, the inner radius of the ball is 5 centimeter. Now, inner radius it's talking about. So, we'll be talking about this inner boundary. Okay, so if this is the center, so then this side will be what? That was 0.25. Okay, so correct it here. 0.25 centimeters. And here it was given 5 of centimeters. Now find out the curved surface area of the ball. Outer curved surface area. Radius given of inner curved surface area. Asked about the outer surface area. It's just going to confuse you a little bit. But we are not going to do anything. We have drawn a good diagram. We have understood the things that this is the thickness and this is the inner radius. And after that we'll be adding them to have the outer radius. And after that we'll be going to put the formula and put the values in the formula. And we'll be getting our answer. Okay, let's start this process. Solution of it. Okay, so we have given inner radius is equals to 5 centimeters. We have also given with the thickness is equals to 0.25 centimeters. We have to find out about the outer curved surface area of ball. Okay, the solution is simply, if we talk about the outer radius, that will be equals to what? Say, you can see this inner radius which is given 5 centimeters plus this thickness. Okay, so inner radius plus the thickness part. Okay, so it is going to be 5 centimeters plus 0.25 centimeters, which is equals to 5.25 centimeters. Now, the outer curved surface area, this is what? We talked about the hemisphere. This is the half of the sphere. That will be 2 pi r square. Now 2 is 2, pi is 22 by 7, r is 5.25 multiplied by 5.25. Is it square or not? In the centimeter squares, you'll be getting the answer of it. Correct? So just calculate it. This is 44. Cut it if you can. Okay. Then you'll getting the answer. And that will be cut by this 7 easily. Okay. 49 and 5. So this calculation is even more easy to you guys. Okay. So solve it. This is the method of it. Okay. And let me know the answer. The next one, a right circular cylinder just encloses a sphere of radius r. See figure 13.22, and you are not given with the figure. Okay, so we are going to draw it here because it's clearly stating that right circular cylinder we are having. Okay. One thing. Then the second thing, it encloses with a sphere of radius r. Now it encloses with a sphere radius of r. That means if this is gonna be the sphere, the sphere will be something like that. Understood? This will be the height of the right circular cylinder. Here, this will be the radius of the right circular cylinder. It just encloses a sphere. Understood? That will be the height. That will be the radius here. Okay. You understood this kind of thing. Okay. And the radius is given r. Okay. Now, the first thing. We've given the surface area of sphere. Surface area of sphere, that means total surface area, which is equals to 4 pi r square. Now 4 is 4, pi is pi, and r square is r square in this case because the radius is r given. So okay, this is the first answer. You'll be saying, ma'am, is it answer in the very first step? Yes, it is answer. This is your answer number 1. Now if you talk about the second person or second question here, not person, curved surface area of a cylinder. Of the cylinder. This cylinder is having some curved surface area. Okay. Curved surface area of cylinder will be equals to 2 pi RH. 2 pi r the circumference and the height. Okay. So 2 will be 2, pi will be pi, r will be r. Now have a close look about the h. This is what, if we talk about the sphere, this is r for sure radius and this is r for sure radius, and this part is equals to h. That means h equals to 2 multiplied by r. So all the diameter, you can say the diameter of this sphere will be the height of the cylinder. So we'll just put the values here. Solve it. That's going to be 4, then pi, then 2 times r, that is r square. And this is somehow your answer second. This is answer second. Finished here. Now the third one we are talking about. In this third one, it's asked that ratio of the areas obtained in first and second. The ratio of the area in the first, second. Okay. So 1 ratio 2 will be equals to what? 4 pi r square divided by what? 4 pi r square. That is equals to 1 by 1. Implies that ratio is equals to 1:1. Okay, that will be your answer. Answer number 3. This is how you're gonna do the questions of sphere and hemisphere. Is it clear to you guys now? I hope you are very clear with this hemisphere thing and the sphere thing too. Okay, so note it. We're going to clear it out. Then next, the volume of a cuboid. We have talked about the surface area of a cuboid. That the surface area of a cuboid is what, student? Tell me fast. Surface area of a cuboid will be equals to what we have talked about. Surface area of cuboid, that was going to be 2 LB plus HB plus LH. That was okay, isn't it? All right. Then what will be the volume of it? The volume will be in the dimensions, will be having in the cubic units. The dimension, but the units will be the cubic units. That means something like meter cube or the centimeter cubes, something like that. Okay, so that will be in cubic units. First thing is clear. And second, the volume will be the space occupied by that. Now, if you talk about this, this is your width and this is your length. So if you talk about one surface, the area will be L multiplied by, sorry, not H but B. This L multiplied by B. And if you're going to take all these surfaces for the volume, so you have to multiply it by H in order to get it. So simply this will be the formula of a cuboid, volume of a cuboid. That will be L multiplied by B multiplied by H. That means multiply all the dimensions of the cuboid and get the volume of it. Done with that? Okay. The measure of this occupied space is called the volume of object. That we know for sure, that the volume, that the space that is taken by an object is the volume of it. Okay. Volume of a cuboid is base area, height. So base area is length and width. We've talked about it, and multiplied by height, which is giving us again L multiplied by B multiplied by height. Okay. Now, if we talk about cuboid, let's also talk about cube. What will be that? We have talked about this will be the cube. Where each dimension, that is L equals to B equals to H, is equals to, let's suppose, A. Now just put the value L, B, H, put these three value equals to A. So A multiplied by A multiplied by A. So without any controversies, it is A cube. Okay. A is the edge of it. So volume of cube is A cube and the volume of a cuboid is LBH. Understood? Okay. Now it's time to do some exercise. Not this kind of exercise, but you know exercise is always good for health, whether it be your physical exercise or it be your maths exercise. And believe me, students, whenever you practice questions more and more, you'll be becoming more confident. You'll be remembering more and more formulas. Okay, without any delay. Okay, so that will be fast. So here a cuboidal water tank is 6 meter long, 5 meter wide and 4.5 meter deep. How many liters of water it can hold? It's simply asking us how many of water it can hold. How many water it will be holding, just equal to its volume. And now what its volume is? What volume is? The volume is LBH. Okay, we'll go with the formula. We'll talk about the solution here. We're starting with the givens. That length is 6 meters. Okay, meter. Okay. Then its width is given 5 meters. Meters again. Okay. Then it's deep. So when we talk about cuboid. Okay. So we talk about length, width and the height. But it's if we are excavating something, or if we are talking about the deepness of it, that's the same thing. Just like height is in this direction, the positive direction, and the depth, or you can say the that is in the negative direction. So we are not going to take any signs because volume, in case of volume and area, negative doesn't work. Okay, so we are going to have this height which is also equals to its depth. Okay, so that will be equals to 4.5 meters in this case. How many liters of water can it hold? Now we have to just calculate in meters and we will be finding out that in liters afterwards. So volume, or you must say first that here water that tank can hold is equals to, water that tank can hold is equals to what? Is equals to volume of tank. Volume of tank. Now what is the volume of tank? Volume of tank is equals to L multiplied by B multiplied by H, because the volume of the cuboid is something like that. Okay, so putting the value, L will be 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4.5, that is equals to 30 here, multiply by 4.5, and then we will be calculating it. 5 is 15, 1, 12, 13. So 135 of what? 135 of meter cubes. Now 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liter. 1 meter cube equals to 1000 liters. Here, this implies that 135 meter cube will be equals to 135 multiplied by 1000, that is equals to 1,35,000 liters, and that will be our answer. Understood it or not? Okay, so done with that part. This is very simple or not? Now the next one. Find the cost of digging a cuboidal pit 8 meter long, 6 meter broad and 3 meter deep at the rate of 30 rupees per meter cube. Remember, we have done some question of cuboid. The very first question we were talked about was the calculation of the cost of something. So this is based on the same thing. We have just find out the per meter cube. We have to find out the volume of it, and then we'll be multiplying it by 30. That is simple. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, we have to calculate these price and all, but believe me, it's very easy. The person that are not very literate are doing that, so it's very easy for you guys. Okay, so find the cost of digging a cuboidal pit. So length is given 8 meter, width is given 6 meter, and depth is given, or you can say the height is given. Okay, is 3 meter. Height somehow. Okay. So volume of cuboidal pit is equals to 8 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3 meter cubes. Okay, now rate of digging or cost of digging is equals to 30 rupees per meter cube. This implies that cost of digging cuboidal pit is equals to 8 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 30. Okay, that will be 48 here, multiply by 90 here. Okay, then calculate it. $36 and 7. So that will be in rupees. Your answer. Understood? Any doubts about that? Any doubts about it? No? Okay, so we're clear with it. Now, the next one, the capacity of a cuboidal tank is 50,000 liters of water. Find the width of the tank and its length and depth are respectively 2.5 meter and 10 meter. And now I'm very confident with that, students, that now you are able to find out these kind of questions. So what you have to do, just give it a try it at your home, and without seeing any answers or anything on internet, you have to do it with your own. And if you are not able to make it, then yes, we are meeting the next lecture and we'll be doing it together. Okay, students, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.